Hi, Catherine. How are you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. So, I do want to go ahead and go over your assessment with you. Um, but before we go over that, how are you feeling about the assessment?
I think I'm feeling a lot better than the last time because last time I brought a little bit of awareness as to like why I was still feeling sad and kind of exacerbated that feeling a bit. I mean, it's a depression inventory, so I get that. But this time it kind of brought awareness into the fact that I no longer feel that way or it's not like hindering my like daily living. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel better.
That's good. It's really good that you say you feel better about that because we got your scores and they are looking pretty good. So, in the beginning, when we had you take this score, you scored an 18, which is borderline clinical depression. Well, today, when we had you take that score, your score is pretty low. You're at a 7. And that's really good. Like a 7 is actually normal ups and downs. How do you feel about that?
Um, good, good. Like I said, if it's normal, then that's great, right? That was that was my main concern. Like I just want to feel normal.
Right. So that's good. That's really good. Um, so as far as like your coping mechanisms, are you still? How often are you doing the breathing treatments?
I feel like I do them more naturally now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you kind of told me to do them when I'm transitioning into doing tasks. So I've been doing that, so it kind of comes more natural, kind of like a conditioned effect. I find myself doing it while not even trying to do it, if that makes any sense.
That's it. So it's safe to say that the breathing techniques are working for you.
Yeah, they are.
That's good. That's good to hear. And what about any other coping mechanisms? Are you doing anything else that's working that we discussed throughout our sessions?
I think being a little mindful of myself too. I mean, just kind of instead of having like those jogging thoughts and ruminating on stuff, I think I'm more mindful of what I'm doing, and that's kind of helped to, kind of center me.
Okay. And how are you doing with the normalizing these situations and understanding that it's okay to have different feelings and emotions with certain relationships? Because I know that the whole reason you came was because of the relationship that you had with your brother.
Right. So it's still a sad situation. However, I can say that without, bringing tears to my eyes and, just understanding the fact that I am controlling what I can control, which is just me. I can't control him. I can't control his actions. I can just, continue to be there for him when he needs me to or continue to reach out, but not allowing it to really dictate like how I'm feeling. So overall, it's been good.
That's good to hear. So has that relationship changed at all?
I think I get more out of it now because instead of focusing so much on the negative, like you're not calling me back, I'm just like, oh, he wants to have ice cream, so let's just have ice cream. Let me like do this ice cream date with him, and that's it. I'm not thinking like I'm not gonna hear from him in a month.
So you guys are spending more time together. Is that it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think I think the time we spend together it's scattered, like it's hard to measure. But what I'm saying is that I'm not sad about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you feel better about the relationship that you guys have.
I do.
Okay, that's really good. That's really good. So I do have a few questions.
Okay.
If that's okay. Um, you said that you've been doing pretty good with the breathing techniques, and you've also been doing good with the normalizing and all the other coping mechanisms that we discussed throughout our sessions. If something was to happen to trigger you or cause you to slip back into those behaviors that you had, do you have a safety plan in progress?
No, I don't. I don't think so. Now is that something we can do now?
Yeah, that is something we could do. Are you familiar with the safety plan at all?
Yeah, I mean, I remember talking with you about it, but never like in depth. So just kind of finding someone who I can reach out to, right? Something around those lines.
That is true. So typically when we do a safety plan, we recommend that you have 3 people that you feel comfortable contacting in case you feel like you're going to slip back into those behaviors. So in your situation, do you have 3 people that you would consider talking to if you started to feel down or sad or any of those symptoms
Yes.
that you were having in the past?
I mean, so far you've been one, but I'm getting the feeling that I won't be no more. But that's okay. I mean, I get to do it on my own. So I guess my husband. I've always looked into when I'm feeling very sad. I know I like always reach out to him and express it to him, and then he's very helpful in those situations. I'd also have to say that I have good friends around me too, and then just keeping with my routine, working and so forth. So although it's not a person in and of itself, it's something that continues to motivate me.
That's good. That's good. So you have a nice support system
Yes.
at home. That's really good. That's really good to hear. And remember, you can always contact me. We can talk. We can continue with our sessions whenever. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you.
So, in the beginning, I remember asking you, what did you want to get out of this? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you feel like you've accomplished whatever it is that your goal?
Yeah, I remember I wanted to just kind of enjoy the relationship that I do have with my brother, even though it's not, what it was when we were kids, and just kind of understanding or bringing awareness to, we're in completely different environments, we're completely different, and we're both adults now, so he doesn't necessarily need me, and so I think those were all things that in the back of my head I may have known, but you just kind of brought them out of me, so thank you.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. I didn't bring them out of you. I helped you. You brought them out of yourself. So you did.
I'll take
that was all you. Okay. So I mean, as mentioned earlier, like this doesn't have to be our last session, but when we originally started, we agreed to 10 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like you've been successful in meeting your goal. I mean, if you want to continue the sessions, that is totally up to you. But it's nothing that's mandatory at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Did you have any questions?
No, not necessarily any questions. Just so, what is the process as far as like? I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to, just cope with things on my own. But like, if I were to come back, what would the process look like?
If you were to come back about the same, and we would discuss the depression?
Right, or if I just need therapy.
Well, the process would pretty much be similar. We would kind of go through and we would see whatever it is that we would assess the situation, and we would come up with some techniques and maybe some more coping mechanisms and try some different things to see if there's something else that you could do to help you with that, to cope with whatever the situation is. And kind of just move at your pace. It depends on the situation.
Okay, so kind of like establish goals again,
Establish goals,
and then see if I've met them and so forth. So I guess that's something I can do on my own too.
That is something that you can do on your own. A part of the journaling, you can write down some goals and write down some objectives or some actions you can take to put those goals into place.
Okay.
That is something you could totally do by yourself. But again, if you need to talk to me or anybody else, that is totally fine. That's our goal. Our goal is to just help you reach your goals, whatever it is that you're trying to obtain.
Okay. That sounds good. I can do with that.
Did you have any other questions or concerns? Anything else you wanted to address?
No, that was it. Thank you.
You are so welcome. It was a pleasure working with you.
It was nice working with you too. Thanks.
You're welcome.